Hi everybody, and we're back again. And yesterday, day 15, I photocopied and put in the lace because that wouldn't have fitted in the journal. And today we're looking at triple pockets, and the inspiration today is Raven Gothic for day 16. Just before I started, I was thinking, I have a few friends that actually are goths, and I know that it's all about black. You wear a lot of black, but very often the additional colour is like, you know, a purple, a solid. Usually it's quite a royal purple. So I was thinking about that, and remember on the blue and yellow day that I made this with the napkin, and it dried, and I scanned it into my computer, and I don't think I printed out a colour version. No, I didn't. But what I often do is make either a set of sepia, as I've said before, or a set of black and whites. And so I have got a black and white printout, and I thought would be good for ripping or tearing or using in collage. Also, the other day, let me just get this book. The other day I was making on a separate, it's not part of the 100 days. Oh, whoops, just flew off the table. I was starting to make a scrapbook of collages. So my black and white collage I have scanned into my computer, and as I thought that this type would be a bit too much, and I'll just show you. Here's the black and white that I made. So I printed one out in colour, which actually has got quite a bit of a bluey tinge to it, and I printed out one in black and white. And the black and white one then, where's this one? What I did was I covered up a lot of the type with just some not heavy gesso, but not, you know, it's a little bit transparent. It's not totally transparent. And then I was thinking about that royal purple and that, so the you know, the black and the white of the royal purple and black. And I got my seedless grape. I think it's seedless grape. I've ripped something off. Distress oxide, and put that on a sponge and rubbed it around over the gesso. And then I got my little favourite Gothic purple Stays On, which is one of my favourites, and kind of dabbed that and rubbed it around. So then I ended up with this, and I have photocopied it. So this is a photocopy of the original, and then this is a photocopy of this original. So I've got that to work with as well. So that sort of started me off on this theme. So it's Raven Gothic. So I also thought about what do ravens and Gothic kind of mean, and I looked up ravens and I found this cute little, I'll cut off the bottom, which, here it is, 1883. It's a picture from 1883, and apparently the Tower of London has ravens, and that's quite a they're quite famous. So there's actually a Wikipedia page which had this picture, and I've just printed it out onto cardstock, so it's actually ready to go tag, you know, pocket, put it in a pocket, and you could write on the back, or something, I could put something on it later. I just was happy with that as it was. I didn't want to decorate it, I didn't want to change it, and so I'm putting this aside. And what else? Okay, so I was thinking about, well, just get my bits and pieces out of the way a bit, thinking about some things. Did a little bit of research on maybe I was looking at like what do ravens mean in different cultures, and I have this little Japanese word that was, and I can't remember. I know it's on my computer, right next to my computer. Let me have a look where I may have put it. Don't even know where I might have put it. Maybe I didn't save it even. There's that, and I found a haiku about ravens. Dark angel in his feathered dress, raven shrouds beneath the clouds, even eyes are black, by Sean McFalls. And I also found a poem which I really liked. It's too long, I'm not going to read it out, but I actually was thinking that that could go on to something as well. So I have started with this is what I want to start with today, even though I've kind of got lots of bits and pieces here. I got a photo of a haunted looking forest, and I'm going to make these little, I'm going to sew these on, because yesterday I used the sewing machine and it went so well. I'm on a roll. I figure while I'm on a roll I should just use it a bit more and really get over it. Yes, that's exactly right. I'm going to get over myself about my sewing machine and get on with it. So I'm going to sew those on those, and then I've made a little backing. So there'll be little pockets. So let me first just go and sew these on one Okay, I'm back. Sometimes, you know, you've got to blow your nose. I was just going to do a drippy thing for ages. Okay. That won't fit, definitely. What if I cut up each little bit and each line because we can make it fit. Let me just do it in bits rather than, so I don't get it out of order. Oh dear. Here we have one. One, two. Now this one might have to either go on an angle. Let's see, can we fit it? Maybe. But I'm not sure I like it. I think I'd like to keep it like that, a little bit uniform. There's a time and a place. And I know, and I apologise to Sean McFalls, because I know that if it's meant to be a long line like that, poets like to keep it the way they've laid it out artistically. However, I've apologised, and it's just how it is today. I like the way that all different things happen all the time. So I was looking on, I don't know, I think I was looking at 100 days or something, or I don't know, I might have had a topic that I was just sort of looking at, or someone liked something on Instagram, and I decided that I'd look at their page because they were a poet, and because I'd just printed this out, I was thinking, how I used to love writing poetry, and I haven't done it for a long time. And I found this wonderful account with this woman that was writing the most amazing poetry, and she just, you know, she just has this lovely, simple account. She's a nurse, but she had some really beautiful ways of writing about a nurse's experience with people dying, having to look after people who didn't have their loved ones near them as they died, and either their fear or their sorrow and sadness about dying alone, and which is pretty horrible. And she just had a way of writing that just got me. It got me in the feels, it did. Totally got me in the feels. Especially as some of it was relatable. She'd had a stroke, and I've had 2 TIAs, little tiny strokes, and she was talking about how you don't think you're any different, but people around you can think you're different. So yeah. Anyway, that was a bit of a rant. I wasn't going to really don't talk about that too much, because my last one was years ago, and they're not, TIAs are not full-blown strokes. They are a way of saying, hey, watch out, be careful, pay attention, but they're not necessarily, they don't debilitate you so much, you know. You can recover. You recover from them. But yeah, it's quite fascinating how many people have an opinion about that, and if you say it, which is why I wouldn't have said it, I don't know why, it's just the topic of the day, I guess. If you say it to some people, they immediately think you're going to drop dead in the next 5 minutes and that you're absolutely incapable of doing anything. So a TIA is just a little tiny bit of blood clot that dislodges and travels up to the brain. So of course it could be dangerous, like a full-blown stroke. Or it could be seen as, that's a pretty damn good wake-up sign to look at how you're living your life, what you're doing, etc. And it was a damn good wake-up sign, and yeah, trying to do as much as possible to look after my health ever since. I had one, and then 8 years later I had another one. So by my accounts, there's not going to be another one for another 6 years. So if ever. All right. Right, we've got a 3-pocket thing. I've made a little I don't know if I did make some of these, but actually, I like it, because this will be a pull-out. I like that. Okay, let's just get the heavy-duty stuff, stick that on, stop raving about strokes and poetry, even though it made me think maybe I should be writing some poetry to the day. This is on, not working at the moment. I am actually about to reopen my business, but okay. Now, when that sticks down, I will just cut this little bit of black away because it's distracting from the word. Got a bit more of that. Is that sticking? I think it is. Didn't end up using these. Well, I can actually. I do have some more Raven-y things to make projects with, but I think that this one, I've rambled on long enough, and I've made this, and this will stick in my journal. Day, where are we? Day 16. It's going to stick in here like that, and then there's 3 pockets, and this will be like a little helper. And there you have it. Day 16. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, evening, whatever, wherever you're at. Bye.